Antonio, Texas. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store. As it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Dragons of San Antonio. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. These guys came out on top a week ago, something they haven't done much of to this point. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go from San Antonio. And able to get this out to the 25. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a peek at the man under center. He has 5 full years in the league under his belt. Now in year number 6.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it plenty of practice? He threw one when we were watching for an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 16 more on that one and another first down.
First down, Texans.
They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
38-yard line. 4 yards.
2nd and 6. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Now, that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and it's now 3-0 Texans. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure. And he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 23 carries, 112 yards, and a touchdown.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense, because you know those big guys up front are doing work. But now, the goal is to get to 10. But don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep him at the end zone in this one. 2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Back to throw here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 37. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down. He's going to try and take off with it. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 54 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Houston.
So they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Castro. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Up the middle they go. Rutledge. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. He hit his first, this one from 38. And his kick is good. And that will make it 6-0.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Well, he shifts past him. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Back out comes San Antonio. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. And they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
They'll look to throw again. Wow, that is incomplete.
Well, the gap man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
And now out comes Houston. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 30, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll go with the keeper. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Texans are able to add on to that lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Oh, what a move. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, San Antonio in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's a give to Dobbins. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 33-yard line.
Now Dobbins. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. 2nd and 1 now from the 21.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and 11.
They'll run here with Dobbins. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They'll run on first down. It's Romero. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Second down and 6 now.
It's now second and 6.
He'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
First down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Brings up second and goal at the 7-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dragons have cut it back within a score. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and threw it his way. What a big-time play right there, both by the quarterback trusting it and by him going up and getting it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They go play action here on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Second down and 10.
They'll try the left side. Rutledge. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And his numbers this year have been eye-popping in a lot of categories. In one area that stands out, he's the NFL leader in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback here in the latter part of the season. Here's a quick throw left side to start things out. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Yards on the pickup brings up second and 2.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That's good for San Antonio. First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Looking to throw. Walker with a grab, left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now a play fake here on first down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Number 35, incomplete. It's now second and 10.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Brings up third down.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage.
That's another San
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now a carry for Dobbins. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And Walker with it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 19. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll look to throw here. He'll dump this off, complete to Dobbins. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now back to throw. Touchdown! From a yard out. And the Dragons have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
Extra point right down the middle. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point.
14, Texans 13.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They juked him. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not to any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 66 yards. And the Texans have regained the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back. And I love the way that they just saw it happen. Took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points. A huge chunk play to regain that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 6-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. And he's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's got his big tight end here. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
2nd down and 8.
He'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Back to throw again.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And he missed it. It's no good. And the deficit will stay at 2 field goals.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
So these two teams off to their locker rooms for intermission, and that means we go to Orlando. Here's Scott Hansen with our
trip around the NFL starts now, and it starts with a good one in the NFC West. All right, Brandon, thanks much. Week 15 of the NFL season, playoff time for you fantasy football players, but for the real teams, the home stretch is starting. Let's get into it. And it's the Rams quarterback. He connects on a 19-yard touchdown pass. The Rams had to work for it, but they win it by a field goal. From there, we go to MetLife Stadium in Jersey. We'll check in on the Giants. They're hosting the Philadelphia Eagles. And this is the Giants wideout. Just get his hands on the football and let him do the rest. It's going to wind up as a 53-yard touchdown. This one is at halftime, and it's the Giants with a 13-7 lead, and that game has gone to the half. Lastly, let's squeeze in one more. And this is the home team running back. Spots an opening, capitalizes on it, 15 yards for the touchdown. The Vikings lead by a field goal at halftime. With that, let's give you a look here at the current playoff picture. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half, as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
So the difference is 6 points as we get set to resume action action here in this third quarter of play. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the midfield stripe. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here's Dobbins. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 61 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
10 at the 24-yard line.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 14.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try to take you out of that.
Yeah, quick throw there is incomplete.
Sets up a 3rd down and 18.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. Looking to put a drive together. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. In trouble, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, and talking with this defense about setting a tone here in the 3rd quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said. That they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
He finds his man complete. It's Castro.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now a handoff up the middle. Rutledge. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans.
A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year,
as his guys are able to extend their lead.
But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. This offense and their running back headed back onto the field. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 17-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Dobbins diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. And that touchdown is going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign. Extra point attempt to follow here. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
First down. A gain of 18 on the play.
On 1st down, Rutledge. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in San Antonio. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st.
First down. A gain of 14. And the Texans 1st down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll try the left side. Rutledge. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
He'll look to throw. Fights through it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
To number 88. It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd.
They'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards.
First down, Texans.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
That's going to go as a loss of 2. It'll be second. He's going to try and do this himself. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. They're 2 for 2 on third down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on third down. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after getting up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
That's another San Antonio first down. First and 10.
Now a handoff for Dobbins. 92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
45-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and
Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And out route, and he's got the connection to Walker. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now a second and 10.
Brings up second and 10.
Back to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on third and 2.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up third and
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Dragons are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th. Well, it was third and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Ooh, with a juke. And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
First down, Houston.
They'll look to throw here. He finds his man complete. It's Castro. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
A gain of 14.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play. 2nd down and 3.
At the 39-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. This is Coleman with the ground. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
1st down, Houston.
They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And out of bounds right around the 20.
Out of bounds at the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4. And a man, and he hits him in stride.
It's a gain of 8.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock, in a tight 1-point game.
An 8-yard pickup.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he has a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short game.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, this crowd doing their best to make a lot of racket. It's 3rd and 5. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
And touchdown and congratulations and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Part 1 is done. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead.
31.
And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Dragons offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes the right read seemingly every time.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. First and 10.
They'll look to throw.
And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down.
Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
A big play in this football game. Third down and 1.
He'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Here's first and goal.
San Antonio, first down.
And he spikes it here with 35 seconds left. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. He's back to throw. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Now the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here.
Well, now how about this return? There he goes, right side. He's to the 15, 10, 5, and he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. What a return, and they've taken the lead. This game wasn't tied for long. How about that? A big return here in the fourth.
And this is that time of game where every big play is magnified. Fourth quarter, kick return for a touchdown. You've got to feel great about your chances at this stage of the game.
Yeah, they regain the lead. Now we'll see if they can hold it. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Dragons, 38.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Dances by him.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
23-yard line.
Here's first and 10.
Back to throw.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Bob with time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get the midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And that one too wide and incomplete. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
Looking to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Cannot finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untimed attempt.
And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over.
Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah, and they're going to walk away from this one, and you know what's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again. If we could only have that final snap to do over one more time, maybe with a different play call.
So for the Texans, the win gets them to 5-9 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for San Antonio, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.